Some of the cobwebs. Play action. Rodgers on time. Skyronic touchdown. Aaron Rodgers leads the Steelers for an opening drive score here in 2025.
This is the Arthur Smith offense. It is play action, getting tight ends out in the open, getting wide receivers out in the open, and getting Aaron Rodgers on the move to an open man for his first touchdown as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
The receiver is known as Benny Sko. Long count for Rodgers. Rushes on. Rodgers gets rid of it. Finds the open man. Down the sideline, Calvin Austin. So that's been a question for the Steelers. Who other than DK Metcalf can be a part of the passing game at the wide receiver position?
Yeah, and they really like Calvin Austin. He's fast, he's quick. He can be one of those lateral guys that works across the field. And here, he just finds an open soft spot in the zone, and Rodgers has time to hit him.
Rodgers looks. Rodgers throws. Up in the air. Calvin Austin climbs the ladder. First and goal.
What a catch by Calvin Austin. You think of the Steelers offense and you think of DK Metcalf going up and mossing somebody. You don't necessarily first jump to Calvin Austin to be the one to go up and over. But what a grab.
Second down and goal. Jonnu Smith on the pop pass. He got to the pylon and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Arthur Smith is creative and he makes the right call.
Jonnu Smith, they called him an unbelievable athlete, can do it all, takes it to the pylon and in for the score.
The versatility of Smith. He's now in year number 9. He's played for Tennessee, New England, Atlanta, Miami. Had his best season last year. 88 catches, 884 yards, 8 touchdowns, and playing a big role in his first half of football as a member of the Steelers. Rodgers fires it. It's complete. DK Metcalf makes his move and out of bounds. Yeah, that's 18 yards through the air.
When you have a receiver like DK coming across the field like that from all the way on the other side, sometimes you can get a little lost as you're passing him off between zones, and that's exactly what happened here. DK comes across, somebody gets miscommunication somewhere along the line, and he's wide open for his quarterback to hit him.
For the Jets.
Oh, wide open.
And he hits. Jaylen Warren, touchdown, Steelers. Perfectly executed. Third of the day for Aaron Rodgers.
You put Aaron Rodgers under center, you fake the handoff, you don't even have to fake it really. Jaylen Warren just slips out into the flat. Too tough to cover from that middle linebacker position by Sherwood. And it's a walk-in touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's an Arthur Smith special right there.
Tied for first with Minnesota. They had 17 interceptions. Fake the handoff. Rodgers under a rush. Wide open. Touchdown. Calvin Austin. Aaron Rodgers comes back to Jersey with a bang.
Again, you give it up to Arthur Smith. A little play action. Calvin Austin just slips Brandon Stevens there. Finds an open corner of the end zone. And of course, Rodgers is going to put it right on him for the touchdown. Great play design, great execution by the Steelers offense.
That is 4 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers.
It's Rodgers, floats it, end zone for Metcalf. It is caught for the touchdown against his old team. And Brett Favre has company. And Aaron Rodgers has tied Brett Favre for 4th all-time in NFL history. Touchdown pass number 508.
So watch DK Metcalf. He's on the outside right now, but this motion, he's playing against Woolen. This motion now locks him up against Kobe Bryant, and that's a size advantage. Essentially, again, just like drawing the guys off sides and lobbing one up to the rim, he just lobs it up and lets DK Metcalf use that big body, that big frame, and go snatch that ball out of the sky.
2-point try, lob it up there, it is caught. It is Darnell Washington, the tight end. So Rodgers goes to work from the 30, sidestepping some early pressure. What a throw on the move to Jaylen Warren, who breaks into Seattle territory, breaks tackles, jukes tackles, weaves his way inside the 20, inside the 10. One of the best catches and runs you'll see all weekend. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Just look at the athleticism. 41 years young, baby. Get out of the pocket and just give your guy a chance. And then as soon as you catch, go make a play. But watch all the black and yellow jerseys down the field. Look at DK Metcalf trying to get a piece of his old teammate. He's got the cavalry in front. You got FrierMuth in front, big 88, and even Calvin Austin. Little guy, but plays awfully big.
Four-man rush, still gets to Rodgers, who plants and throws for FrierMuth. What a catch! First down in Seattle territory, and Rodgers connects with his tight end in a tight window.
Well, this is when players got to make plays, Adam. You're not beating a scheme right now. You're just making a play. Derek Hall smashes Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers trusts big 88. The town favorite here, FrierMuth, played at Penn State. They love him here in Pittsburgh.
He's turned it into a solid roll in Seattle. This is a big play. That's huge to get it downfield to Austin at the 46-yard line. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. 22-yard pickup. Rodgers still kind of throwing that hand, trying to get the feeling back. Seattle's feeling good. Wild play that completely flipped the momentum of this game.
35 to go here in the first. Steelers facing a 3rd and 10. Rodgers lets it fly. It's on time. Hits Jonnu Smith for the first down. You got some terrible towels in the stands. That's a 21-yard connection.
Jonnu Smith is just going to sneak in. You're going to see 15 drop out here, and he's going to sneak behind him, and Rodgers puts it right on his chest as he hits the clearing. Just a really nice job of running the route to the open space, and Aaron Rodgers hitting him in on time.
Before he took the head coaching job in Atlanta. Rodgers, timing route to the end zone. It's caught by Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers by himself in 4th place on the all-time passing touchdowns list. Put another on the highlight reel for Rodgers. Terrific grab.
DK can put it on his highlight reel too. What a grab. Both feet down. The catch. Lost, I believe is the term, Ryan.
I believe you're correct. And Randy did that quite a bit here at Gillette. Rodgers dials it up. End zone! Touchdown! Calvin Austin! Steelers take the lead. Working against Marcus Jones, Austin wins the battle. Pittsburgh goes in front.
It's a back shoulder fade. You hear about it all the time. You're running a fade route. Rodgers puts it on the back shoulder. Austin just turns his body a little bit. He can see it. The DB can't. Touchdown Steelers.
How many times Aaron Rodgers has done that throughout his career? There will be time for Drake May, and
out of the gun on 3rd and short. Rodgers looks to throw for it. Up top he goes for DK Metcalf.
Press coverage. He's going to face it, but DK Metcalf, his time in Seattle, his go balls, his 50-50 contested catches, one of the best in the league. He's one of the more physically gifted wide receivers in all of football. Again, there's nobody maybe in the history of football that gets the ball out quicker or more accurately than Aaron Rodgers.
In the shotgun is Rodgers, play action pass. Looking, throws over the middle of the field. That's Metcalf open and on the run. Metcalf crosses the 45, midfield, crosses the 40, the 30, the 20-yard line, the 15, picks up a block and rumbles into the end zone. Calvin Austin set him up with a block, and Metcalf goes 80 yards for the score.
The machine, DK Metcalf, takes a beautiful post route down the middle of the field. It is green grass. Vikings all around, and you get medalists right there at the 3-yard line, and we know what happens when you get a train going downhill. Sorry for the guy on the tracks, and right there, he blew through him all the way into the end zone. One play, dynamic. We've been looking for those explosives. That was dynamite.
Well, that was explosive.
Take a look. It looks like a small thing, but Ben Skowronek's going to go in motion. Right now, Joshua Metellus, he would be the read. But watch, now he sends him in motion, and it makes Ivan Pace the front side linebacker. Now he's the hook player. Watch how fast he runs out of there with Washington to the flat, and it opens up the window. So, yes, something simple as just adding that little motion but it gets Aaron Rodgers' eyes to a linebacker in coverage as his read. See Harrison Smith, he was lined up. Nice job there by Rodgers, using all the play clock to show that blitz.
And they bring just 4, still able to pressure him. Rodgers will look to run, and Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old, still runs well. Lost the ball, recovered by Broderick Jones. It was knocked out of there by Jonathan Grenard, but the Steelers dodge a bullet and get a first down.
Well, offensive lineman, everyone at home, you young linemen, this is why you run to the ball, because you just never know. After all that look before the snap, they only bring 4. And I watch Broderick Jones, he's hustling to the ball. That ball pops right up into his chest. And look at Rodgers. He's saying, just as I drew it up.
Jones is saying, this is the greatest moment of my life. A ball carrier. Aaron Rodgers, 10 out of 12 in this game, runs for a first down here, loses the ball, and then thanks the man above and the man at left tackle and Broderick Jones for recovering that and keeping this drive going. Thank you, he says.
That's so good.
Missed the Vikings game 2 weeks ago in Ireland. Rodgers to throw it, wide open, Washington! He'll get caught from behind, and Washington loses the ball. It's punched out of bounds. A big rumbling Darnell Washington on the first play from scrimmage.
And you think heavy XL tight end, Darnell Washington, they're going to run the ball and try and set the tone.
Gainwell in there, low snap, handle, Rodgers, timing route, on the sideline, and it's hauled in! Metcalf! Tyson Campbell was with him stride for stride.
You bring in Tyson Campbell. He played on Monday night for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He gets to Cleveland on Thursday, and then you go out here and you ask him to cover DK Metcalf one-on-one, and he actually covers him really well. It's just a perfectly placed ball and an unbelievable catch by DK Metcalf.
In the trenches. 3rd and 3. Rodgers goes the other way. He's got some room, but he doesn't have the foot speed, and the flip to Jalen Warren. First down! Into the Rodgers bag of tricks.
That looked like his predecessor in Green Bay, Brett Favre.
And the drive continues. The timing was perfect to Metcalf, because this easily could have gone the other way with Campbell.
You said it, Ian. Easily could have gone the other way, but now you look at those 2 plays and the momentum.
I want steak all of a sudden. Badly.
Tupperware?
The throw from Rodgers. This one is on time to Metcalf.
DK's over here. He's going to run an in route at about 5 yards. Aaron Rodgers on the move, finds him in wide open space and able to make up for a little bit of the hurt of not being able to connect on that previous long pass.
25-yard pass play, and the Steelers now in business. 10th play of the drive. Rodgers, sprint out, on the move, directing traffic, throws! Touchdown! Connor Hayward on the receiving end.
There's a lot to watch on this play. Jalen Warren, first of all, with a beautiful cut block on Alex Wright to give Aaron some time. And then Aaron Rodgers is going to do something they tell you never to do. Don't throw across your body, especially when you're running to your right while your receiver's going back the other way. But there's a reason that man's a Hall of Famer.
4th quarter. Gainwell in the backfield, Rodgers pump, Rodgers throw, separation, end zone, touchdown! He put it in the bucket to DK Metcalf!
A double move up top from DK Metcalf, fakes the slant, goes back outside, and we talked about this matchup earlier. Tyson Campbell, fresh from the Jacksonville Jaguars. DK Metcalf getting the better of the one-on-one, man-to-man coverage there. Aaron Rodgers with a beautifully placed ball.
Rodgers deep down the right sideline, and his man, it is Metcalf making the catch. You've got Metcalf at 6'4" going against DJ Turner at 5'11". They figure to be matched up all night long. That confrontation is won by Metcalf for a gain of 39.
Great job, as you'd expect from Aaron Rodgers. Looking to safety off, he sees the one-on-one opportunity, and this is a tough ask for anybody. Turner's their best cover man against DK Metcalf. Great job with the line, giving Rodgers the time on that 3rd down throw.
Rodgers buying time. going to his right, directing traffic, throws, and it is hauled in for the touchdown by Jonnu Smith. So Aaron Rodgers, as he has done so often through the years, extends the play, waits for the open man, finds him, and gives Pittsburgh the lead.
Well, he has all kinds of time. And without Trey Hendrickson, this offense, or this defensive line has a hard time getting any kind of pressure. And how about the mobility of Aaron Rodgers?
When Pittsburgh had no opening drive touchdowns last season, they've already had 3 this season. 7-0 Steelers. Rodgers has time, throws, caught, touchdown. Pat FrierMuth to the Steeler fans, suiting him Muth. So FrierMuth, who kind of has been not as effective or played as much as he has in the past, big catch here.
Yeah, you split these safeties. Look when he releases his football. Right there. He's going to put it out in front in that big hole, and that's exactly how you do it. We're bragging about Joe Flacco getting the ball out early.
His first touchdown this season, and it's a 3-point game in Cincinnati. Second goal comes in a tight formation. Play fake, Rodgers throws, and that's hauled in by the big man Washington. Makes it a 1-possession game again on a drive that took less than 4 minutes from their own 27-yard line.
Good job in navigating through there by Darnell Washington.
Rodgers avoids the sack. Deep downfield, caught at the 35-yard line, and going all the way to the end zone is FrierMuth. Pat FrierMuth, 68 yards.
He just got lost in the back end of coverage, Al. They've played so well defensively. And this time, we keep asking, if it's not DK Metcalf in this offense, who is going to make a play to help Aaron Rodgers in his pass game? And you know who it's been tonight? Pat FrierMuth. What a night he's had.
4 catches, 106 yards for a man who came into the game with 8 receptions on the season.
Yeah, watch the safety go outside, and it just creates a huge space, a void in the zone. It's just an error. 2 defenders on one side all the way to the boundary. Geno Stone, 22, and DJ Turner. It's just a bust in coverage, and who better than Aaron Rodgers? Even after the scramble, he's got to avoid Osai. He sees his eyes must have lit up when he saw how big of a void he had with 88 right in the middle of it. Throws that on a line. You can see the reaction. Stone tries to come back to recover, but there was a bust on the back end.
Man, the ebb and flow of this game.
And good for 88.
Packers nosing around. Rodgers playing the game at the line. Scrambling, firing downfield for Roman Wilson. Got it in bounds. Inside the 30 at the 28. Biggest play in the career of the former Michigan Wolverine.
We talked about Aaron Rodgers showing some more mobility. Watch the little move, though, at the top of this route by Roman Wilson. He has to flip his head completely around, get his feet down, and make the play. Those are the kind of signature plays that Aaron Rodgers has made throughout his career.
Rodgers looks at Metcalf, slant, touchdown, Steelers.
The hardest thing to do, Mike, is be patient on this route. Watch DK Metcalf with a big head fake to the outside, and then works inside, and who is going to work their way through that body? Huge receiver, great move out there, rebound position, game, set, and match.
Safety comes down late for the 26, DK Metcalf. Rodgers saw it, had the opening, 25 yards. First down to the Green Bay 49-yard line.
A little bit like that strike route in Europe, and Aaron gave him the, oh yeah, when I got a guy like that on my side, we can do some magic. And really, they did that off the motion because they had Calvin Austin in motion to the outside. It took that last defender.
Who's bailing here with the coverage on 4th down. Rodgers deals it. Metcalf's got it. 39-yard line keeps this thing alive. 3:18 remaining. Trying to sneak one in before the 2-minute warning. Directing. Fire a Rodgers touchdown. Wilson didn't complete the catch. So he had it. Valentine fought him. Both hands on it. We'll take another look at that. See how close it was to a catch and a touchdown. Catch, 1, 2, and then is he trying to do something with it? Terry, is that good enough for a touchdown?
It's absolutely a catch, Mike. He gets control, 2 feet down, and then takes an additional step, which completes the catch before he loses control. This is a touchdown.
Out of the gun for Rodgers. Lets it fly. Catch, turn, touchdown, FrierMuth. Here's the formula, defense to offense, once again.
They're playing complementary football. They call Pat FrierMuth the zone killer, and this is exactly why. He just finds the soft spot in the zone. Rodgers puts it on his back shoulder away from trouble, and he's able just to fall into the end zone, capitalizing on the defensive success, just like you said, Ian. What hasn't happened the last few weeks for the Steelers, putting it together today.
And now Boswell on for the extra point. Steelers take their first lead of the day. It's FrierMuth, 14-7.